Welcome to Mythical GMMORE. I'm so excited to be here. Hey, you like heavy stuff? You like knowing which stuff is heavier when talking only about heavy stuff? Well, you came to the right video.
But do you like daddy don't like jackfruit?
Daddy don't like your eyes.
Daddy like pineapple.
Daddy don't like long sentences.
Daddy like coconut. You
Daddy
see what I'm doing here?
Don't like novels.
Daddy like water. What?
Daddy don't like your toe.
Daddy like steak.
Daddy
Why are
don't.
you making this so personal?
Hey, you can't carry on a conversation with Daddy in the middle of Daddy not liking the fact of you making this conversational.
Daddy like when he makes it conversational.
And you can't do that.
Ha, that's right.
See? Ha! Ha! I got you.
Daddy don't like your eyes?
Does Daddy
that
like
was
heavy
surprisingly
stuff?
personal and unnecessary.
Does Daddy
But
know
he'll get away
about
with it.
heavy stuff?
What?
I don't know. I didn't
What
like
do you
when I
mean?
said, does
He'll
Daddy...
get away with it. First of all,
Do it.
well, fine. I'm sorry.
There you go. All right. Hey.
For what? I don't know.
Happening?
I'm just playing, man.
I'm gonna give
Two
you
items. Daddy
two
like
heavy
elephants.
things. You're gonna guess which one's heavier. And
I
you
love
know,
playing this game. I play it all the time.
Since we already teased it, why not start with which is heavier, the average African elephant or the average RV?
Well, the African elephant's got heavier ears than the Asian elephant. Let's not forget that. The average RV, now are we including like Sprinter vans, hashtag van life in this, or is this like you?
I think
really
this
got
is
believe so.
the average RV.
Yeah.
Like a
like a class C or a class
a
B?
classic RV. Like you got. I don't think that the Sprinter van counts because the Sprinter van
No.
definitely not heavier than a
No.
elephant. But how many
thought a
people are
van
on the
part.
RV? Is there an elephant on the RV?
All right, we'll 3, 2, 1 it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what?
3, 2, 1.
RV.
I think it's the RV.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of dense equipment in an RV, and they're just. It's got to be RV.
Okay. An average RV weighs about 5 tons, which is 10,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
But an average African elephant weighs 7 tons.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
We are surprised.
So you probably couldn't get an elephant on an RV.
No.
Which is really the only thing I'm worried about.
We were in Joshua Tree the other
Yeah,
weekend.
we were. Remember that?
Cassie and I were in Joshua Tree the other weekend, and we were hiking in the national park. You're not allowed to bring dogs on trails. You have to use the dirt roads.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were, hiking on the dirt road, just walking on the dirt road.
Did you
with
know that
Flamingo.
before you went?
No.
Yeah. Could have told you that. Sorry. You didn't ask
But it was
me.
fine.
Or
It was
invite me.
fine. And so every once in a while, a car passes on the dirt road, and we encountered a Rivian truck. Which
I'm
I
starting to
never-
see more of these.
Have you? I
Yeah,
have
I've
not
seen
seen one in
one.
real life.
It's an electrical truck.
It's electrical, yeah.
That's how they're
And it
saying
was like this beautiful, like olive army green type
you liked it.
of color, and it was in the middle of Joshua Tree, desert. So we turn around, and it has that like amazing like front headlight that's like a strip, and you're like, holy crap, this is a cool vehicle. So
You're really falling for this truck.
You
yeah,
want one.
It's so freaking cool, and they have the like
I'm actually
kitchen
impressed
situation.
that they made it that it was out in the middle of Joshua Tree, because that was the thing I was worried about with it. Is just like, I know it's got like a 400-mile range, but like that really doesn't mean 400. It probably means 300, and then like you get a little bit
Well,
range
so
anxiety.
we like obviously made faces that communicated we were excited to see this truck. And
really?
for some reason, the people in the truck came back around, and
Yeah, when you buy a Rivian at this point, you're expecting these conversations.
yeah, and so they stopped, and we talked to them for a minute.
Hey, y'all girls won't get in the back of my Rivian?
it was a couple, and
It probably didn't talk like that.
well, the guy,
No judgment here, but
the guy worked at Rivian. That's why he had the Rivian.
yeah,
truck.
I don't think I've seen one that's a production model.
Exactly.
I saw one that had like a weird wrap on it, like, oh, those. This
Yeah.
No, I've seen two on the street, and they seemed like there was no indication of anything, squirrely.
Nobody with a Rivian name badge.
Nope.
Well, so Cassie is really into cars, and she's like asking the guy a bunch of questions, but she starts with, I thought it was a huge weight, and he goes, oh, it's about 6,000 pounds, and she goes, no, I meant like the weight to get the car. Like I'm not.
So he's thinking like we are. What?
Yeah.
What weight? 6,000
That's the connection.
pounds.
You see what I did
6,000
there? That's the
pounds, I mean,
connection.
not that bad. The
But
battery.
6,000 pounds in
3-ton truck.
comparison to the RV being
Wow.
10,000 pounds, that's pretty heavy.
6,000
Yeah,
pounds
that's
is a
a
heavy
lot.
truck.
Yeah.
That battery is probably at least a third of that.
Because a full-size truck, they call it, would be like a 2-ton truck. What's the next one?
Leaning Tower of Pisa
Oh,
or the Eiffel Tower.
how do you weigh a tower? I think what you do is you get on the scale without the tower and you weigh yourself.
Yep. That's
Then you get
exactly
on the
what you do.
scale with the tower and you have to do
And
subtraction.
you just do subtraction. It's pretty simple.
Have you seen either one of these things in real life? Have
Nope.
you been to? Yeah, neither have I.
I still don't believe that that they exist.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to make it a goal in life to never see either one of them. That way I won't be disappointed.
I bet you they're both smaller than I thought they'd be.
Well,
Maybe.
the Leaning Tower of Pisa is made out of like old stone and concrete, and of course the Eiffel Tower is made out of steel. The Eiffel Tower is much taller than the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I bet that Pisa Tower is a lot stumpier than you thought. Anybody seen it in person?
It's probably
gosh.
it's probably like a condo.
It was a
It's like, oh, was that 4 stories? Huh.
What about the
Is there
Eiffel
a
Tower?
penthouse?
To be sure, somebody's seen the Eiffel Tower.
Chris is nodding his head.
Okay, a lot of you guys seen that.
It's bigger than a condo.
All right,
I'm gonna go with 3, 2, 1.
Pisa.
Eiffel Tower.
Pisa, it's dense. That's why it's leaning,
Okay.
man. It's so heavy on one side.
The Eiffel Tower weighs 10,100 tons, but the Leaning Tower of Pisa weighs 14,500 tons.
Wow, it is very dense.
How
Now
tall
I'm
is
curious.
it? How tall
Yeah,
is it?
let me see.
I would just like
need
to see
look
like
it
a
up.
visual representation.
Which one is taller is a totally different.
I
Mythical
guess because it's a modern structure, it's like that steel is probably like really efficient and hollow and
Right.
Eiffel Tower in feet.
No, it's in
This is
France.
confusing. I think
They'll look it up.
I need help.
Give us the next
I need
one.
like
He-
I need
he's looking
an
it up.
infographic here.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Somebody help me.
Wow, it's not
Somebody-
that different.
Somebody help me.
Well, it depends on the
please.
picture.
I mean, it is different, but yeah, it's not nearly as. Whoa, these pictures are way off.
Wait, does that make sense?
There's a lot of misinformation about.
Look, Size Explorer, compare the world. That's what we need right there.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's
So-
a different Good Mythical More.
Oh, wait, so the Eiffel
we're
Tower
doing
is
Weight
like
Explorer.
Oh, it's not even
so
close.
much taller. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, but it's more dense.
How is it? But like, that's crazy that the size difference is that vast. I mean, it's not even comparable.
It almost looks like the Tower of Pisa can pass underneath the archway of the Eiffel Tower. I don't think it can. What's the next one?
I don't believe it.
A
gonna
male
never see it, so-
sperm whale or the Apollo 11 spacecraft?
Is Apollo 11 spacecraft, is that the one we saw in person when we went to, where were we in Texas? Where was that? Houston.
NASA.
We have a problem. Yeah, I know it was NASA. Where am I? They got so much space equipment here.
The Apollo 11 spacecraft? Are you talking about the lander part? Or are you talking about the whole thing ready to launch with the rockets attached to it?
The shuttle.
It's not a
It's
shuttle.
not a shuttle, Stevie. It's a rocket.
I'm just repeating things.
If it's the
I don't
lunar
know.
lander,
Not the lander.
No, the whole
I don't
rocket,
think it would be
man.
the lander.
We
because it
saw
doesn't
this
say
thing.
that.
well, if it's
It's
the whole
huge.
thing, it's the freaking rocket.
Versus a what?
A sperm whale. Now, is he full of sperm or not? Is this before or after coitus? Because
feel like I'm being
post coitus,
That's what BC stands for, doesn't it?
post coitus, before coitus, he's at least 30% heavier. That's why he's the sperm whale.
3, 2, 1.
Coitus. I
Apollo.
mean sperm. Whale.
Okay.
think it's the whale.
Sperm whale can weigh up to 55 tons.
Wow.
And Apollo 11 weighed over 50.38 tons. So the whale is
Well,
Yes.
heavier.
Well, think of that. You can get 50 tons out of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Basically, they're launching a sperm whale into the atmosphere.
A post coitus sperm whale.
Right, exactly.
Again, if that had been clarified, I would have gotten that one right.
Okay.
He's gonna unload at least 5 tons.
Stop. Here's something else I want to unload on you. During February, third degree annual plans for the Mythical Society. If you sign up for third degree annual plan, you get a choice of one of the past 2021 quarterly items that it's the only way to get them, only while supplies last. There's just some that are laying around, waiting to have a home, limited supplies. Plus, any third degree plan purchase will have the random chance to be selected randomly
Random chance.
for a random virtual meet and greet with 2 random guys.
That's so random.
Us. Visit mythicalsociety.com for details if you want to have a virtual meet and greet with us.
I mean, while we're in promo mode, since I didn't talk about it, I will say this is the Mythical Make a Bold Hair Choice t-shirt, available at mythical.com. It's got
Big
some-
design.
Got some very mythical choices that we made back in the day when we were younger boys.
Little boys.
Hollywood sign.
This is pre-coitus,
Hollywood
Rhett
sign.
and Link.
Hollywood sign, I would say,
You
is
guys
one of
did
those
it
things
after
that's not.
those photos.
It's about as big as you think it would be, or if it actually maybe a little bigger.
What was the question?
Hollywood sign.
Hollywood sign or Stonehenge?
You know what? I've been to both of these.
Hollywood sign is, I mean, you can get up there, you can go up there at nighttime and like tear one of the letters down. Stonehenge, man.
No, you can drape something in front of it to make it say something different, like Hollyweed or Hollywood.
Hollywood is the easiest thing to do because you just put a little black drape right across the top of the O. You can actually make it Hollywood and make the 2 O's and wood used, but that doesn't really do anything for anybody. I think this
is easy.
Stonehenge is a stone.
3.
3, 2, 1.
Stonehenge. Gotta be.
Guys, this is the craziest one because Stonehenge weighs 25 tons, but the Hollywood sign weighs 240 tons.
Well, what's it? What are they putting inside of it?
Stonehenge, apparently.
A few times, 10 times of Stonehenge.
That doesn't sound. Stonehenge has to weigh more than that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? Unfortunately, that's all I have.
I mean, come on now. We're going to the wiki because you know.
Who said that? I think they're counting the Hill Twinkie fingers. I think they're counting the Hill.
Hollywood sign weight.
Hollywood sign weight is 480,000 pounds, which is
Yeah, 240 tons.
240
Yeah.
tons.
Yeah, that's correct.
Good gracious.
Well, that's crazy.
Well, who weighed it?
The structural system is wood and sheet metal. What?
I just feel like my whole world's been turned upside
there we
down.
go.
You know
Okay,
what?
here's a question I've always asked myself. Which is heavier, a T-Rex or Michelangelo's David?
I've never seen David. I'm making a point not to.
Marble is heavy, man. You ever picked up a slab of marble?
I mean, yeah. How big how tall do you think David is?
I would guess it's
15, 12?
10 feet tall. With sans base. Did you just burp in your own
Well,
mouth?
well, no, I burped in your mouth. Yeah, usually that's where it happens.
But you kept it in.
Well, for a second.
Thank you.
It's 17 feet tall. I'll give
Oh
you that.
wow!
Okay, all
17
right. I
feet.
have
But
my
I'm not
answer.
telling you how tall a T-Rex
Got
is.
yeah.
I have my answer.
3, 2, 1.
David, gotta be.
This one's super close, but it's actually the T-Rex.
Dang it, this is
because
hard.
David weighs, but it's crazy because David weighs 6 tons. That's a lot of weight. And the T-Rex could weigh 7.75 tons.
Well,
And
Got a big head.
T-Rex named David
Yeah,
right.
could weigh even more than
Yeah,
that.
right. At least 10.
but I think if the T-Rex's hand is broken off, is that what's broken off of David, or is it his wiener?
I don't think his wiener's broken off. I think it's just small.
T-Rex
He's
is
17 feet
12
tall.
feet high. So
I think
David
it's
is
small
taller.
compared to
Proportionally.
proportionally.
David is taller than a T-Rex, but a T-Rex is wider than.
His
I'm
hand's
looking at his
broken
penis
off,
right now. No,
What's broken off of David?
I don't think anything's broken off.
no,
David.
David looks intact.
I think David's completely intact,
Wow, good for David.
looking at
After
all
all
of
these
them.
years.
which is pretty remarkable if you think about it.
Okay. There's plenty of broken off wieners though when you start looking at like all of these.
Well, that's why you can't make the wiener too big on a statue because it's going to get broken off.
Yeah, that's the reason.
The little kids are going to be hanging off of it.
That's what David's been saying all these years.
He's like, listen, I mean, my penis is bigger than this, but Michelangelo made it a little bit small so the kids wouldn't swing on it.
The Golden Gate Bridge or the Titanic.
Okay, I've been to both of these.
Good gracious. There is no way that a boat is heavier than that daggone bridge.
It was a big freaking boat, man, but not as big as you'd think. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
The bridge.
Yeah, in a big way.
Yeah.
Golden Gate Bridge weighs 887,000 tons.
Yeah.
And the Titanic weighed 52,310 tons.
Okay, still a very large boat. Might even call it a ship.
In its day.
Yeah. I mean, we shipping containers bigger than that now. Well, you know. Less than a week left. Purchase the Third Degree Annual Plan to receive your choice of one of the past 2021 quarterly items while supplies last. Visit mythicalsociety.com for details.